20 Best Guppy Fish Tank Mates. Guppy fish are versatile tropical fish that have a peaceful nature, which makes them great contenders for community aquariums. They're sociable and compatible with many fish species. When it comes to keeping different species in the same aquarium, compatibility is crucial. If you're looking to house other fish with your guppies, this video will help you decide which fish are suitable to be kept with your guppies. I've selected 20 of the best guppy fish tank mates along with a few fish that you should absolutely avoid keeping with guppies. Choosing the best tank mate for guppies. Fish should be comfortable with their tank mates, and they shouldn't be exposed to bullying, injuries, or stress related to other fish kept in the same aquarium. While a preference for the same water conditions is a good starting point in determining if two types of fish will get along, there are also other things to factor in when choosing the best tank mates. Therefore, the best tank mate for guppy fish are fish that do well in the same water conditions that guppies prefer, are peaceful and aren't known to have behavioral issues. If they have any behavioral issues, these are easy to curb or control. They have similar sizes, or if there's a size difference, it isn't as significant that one fish will mistake the other for food. Prefer the same diet as guppies do, or can thrive on a similar diet. Any fish that will put your other fish's lives into danger should be dismissed as a potential tank mate. Here are 20 fish that check off these requirements and can be housed together with guppy fish. 1. Platy Fish. When it comes to platy fish and guppy fish getting along, they're genuinely a perfect combination. They're both live-bearing fish, both are rich in colors and patterns, and enjoy the same keeping requirements. Beyond their compatibility guppy fish, they can also be kept with many other fish that get along with guppies, including mollies and swordfish. I also recommend keeping both platies and guppies if you're a beginner aquarist setting up their first ever community aquarium. They're both hardy fish that are easier to keep if you're just starting out in the hobby. 2. Molly Fish. Another excellent match for guppy fish are molly fish, which are also a live-bearing freshwater fish species that are hardy and beginner-friendly. Molly fish have a peaceful temperament and thrive in water parameters that match up that of guppy fish. Their diet is also similar, thriving on a varied, omnivorous diet. Mollies are also compatible with other guppy-friendly fish including platies, harlequin rasboras and bristlenose plecos, therefore, making it easy for you to set up a mixed species aquarium. 3. Swordtail Fish. Swordtails and guppy fish are a 10-tenths match with guppies. Their elongated bottom fin is shaped like a sword, which gives these fish a truly unique shape. Beside their shape, these fish come in a variety of colors. Because both guppy fish and swordtail fish are known to jump out of their tanks, keeping them in a tank with a cover secured into place will prevent unfortunate accidents from happening. Just like guppies, swordtails prefer being kept in a group, but do be careful with the female-to-male ratio, as both these fish are known to breed out of control. 4. Cory Catfish. Great scavengers and tank cleaners, Cory Catfish are bottom dwellers that will get along greatly with your guppies and many other freshwater fish. Their friendly behavior and peaceful nature make them an excellent beginner-friendly fish too that's not fussy about food and doesn't have special keeping requirements. As scavengers, Cory Catfish will pick up leftover food from the bottom of the tank, but their diet can't consist solely of leftovers. Supplement their diet with sinking foods. Despite being bottom dwellers, they have delicate barbels that can get hurt if you have a rough substrate like gravel in your aquarium. I recommend sand instead. 5. Bristlenose Pleco. The fleshy tentacles that decorate these fish, and which give them their name, may be unappealing for some aquarists, but others may find them interesting. Regardless of how you feel about the aesthetics of these fish, Bristlenose Plecos have an amazingly peaceful temperament that makes them a top choice of fish that can be housed with guppy fish. As bottom dwellers, they do a great job at cleaning your aquarium, and they stay away from the levels of the water column where guppies hang out most of the time. Bristlenose Plecos grow larger than guppy fish, and therefore require a larger aquarium than guppies do. A 30-gallon aquarium is usually the ideal size for these fish. 6. Gourami Fish. Gourami fish, and especially the honey gourami, is another fish that you can house together with guppies, except they're a bit high maintenance compared to guppies. This may not make them a 100% match, but if you do already have some experience under your belt, you can have guppies cohabiting with honey gouramis. As social fish, gouramis thrive in groups of 4 to 6. Despite enjoying the company of a group, gouramis are a bit timid by nature and require shade and hiding places in their tank. 7. Angelfish. You may come across angelfish being listed as fish that are compatible with guppies. However, angelfish have a bit of an attitude that can make them aggressive towards guppy fish, therefore, I wouldn't recommend you to keep them together. If you're not up to heeding my advice, do make sure to offer plenty of space for your angelfish, pick angelfish that don't grow as big, and offer your guppies plenty of hiding spaces. Also try to curb the aggressive tendencies of angelfish by adding your guppies to the tank while your angelfish are still small so that they won't see them as a potential threat. 8. Tetras. Guppy fish can be kept with various tetra varieties such as neon tetra, rummy nose tetra, rosy tetra, lemon tetra, and penguin tetra. These tetra fish varieties make good companions for guppy fish, and can be housed together with the only caveat that some tetras may eat guppy fry. So either don't allow guppies to breed or offer enough hiding spaces for the fry to elude hungry fish. Tetras are schooling fish and do best if kept in groups, so make sure you pick a larger aquarium than you would for your guppies. Tetras thrive on an omnivorous diet. Some varieties are extremely difficult to breed, meaning they require separate breeding tanks and pristine quality water. 9. Rasbora Fish. Rasbora fish like the harlequin rasbora, brilliant rasbora, and clown rasbora can make good companions for guppy fish. These easygoing fish are suitable for beginners and do well in community aquariums, just like guppy fish do. To avoid them getting timid and stressed out, I recommend keeping them in the recommended numbers for each variety, especially if said varieties exhibit schooling behavior, e.g. harlequin rasboras. Rasboras make for a perfect match for guppy fish, as they'll get along perfectly without you having to worry about behavioral issues or unhealthy social dynamics. 10. Betta Fish. Betta fish are semi-aggressive, which isn't something that guppies will tolerate well. However, I wouldn't completely dismiss betta fish when it comes to their compatibility with guppy fish. Sure, they aren't a perfect match, and strictly speaking, they don't check off the requirements for best tank mate that we've established at the beginning of this video, but there are betta varieties that can work with guppy fish. In fact, if you choose betta varieties that are a bit more passive like the Delta Betta Fish and the Half Moon Betta Fish, you can create an environment in which they can peacefully inhabit the same aquarium as guppies. You can go even further in curbing any attempt at aggressiveness by limiting the number of betta fish you add to the tank. Start off with one betta fish to see how it goes, and try to stick to female bettas, which are much less aggressive than male ones. 11. Shrimp. When it comes to shrimp, a mono shrimp and cherry shrimp will enjoy tank conditions in which guppies thrive. However, shrimp and guppies aren't the most obvious combination, especially that hungry guppies will have a go at small shrimp, but with a few precautions, you can avoid that. Cherry shrimp can also survive in a guppy fish tank. However, their bright red colors may make them a more obvious target. A densely planted tank can offer them enough coverage. A mono shrimp, on the other hand, are larger than cherry shrimp, and they have an almost transparent body that makes them masters of disguise. Therefore, I would say they're a much better match for guppy fish.